Coach. Thanks very much. Spread between 4th and 6th Streets in downtown Minneapolis. We welcome you inside spacious U.S. Bank Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Detroit Lions and the Minnesota Vikings. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Set, blue 60.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9. Stafford, blitz coming, and down he goes. Say hello to Eric Kendricks. He gets the sack there.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now Stafford. Finding room at the 30. He gets this one to Johnson. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Now, look, that wasn't a huge game, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
21.
On 1st down, Stafford here. He'll get this one to Galladay. And he's got this down to the 35. 1st down, Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? On 2nd and 9, Stafford. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 19. Stafford going to come up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Kerryon Johnson with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Lions take it right down and score on the opening drive. Prater for the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Ready. March forward. So don't say nothing.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back, and he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another first and 10.
Tight end right, tight end right.
They'll set up a throw. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 45-yard line. On the ground, it's Cook. The tackle made there by Jared Davis.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Second and 6. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on fourth down. They'll look to throw. And down he goes. A sack. They sack him back across midfield at about the 48-yard line. The Vikings unable to convert here on fourth. And that will force a turnover on downs. The first down carry here for Johnson. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third. Now Stafford. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down. Stafford going to come up first and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Here's Stafford. Open man is Galladay, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards. On first down, it's Johnson. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He's trying to get his second touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a second. They'll run it with Johnson. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Kerryon Johnson, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Extra point good by Prater. And it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, his 11th touchdown of the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And again, it's no good. A few boo birds coming out as he's missed his 2nd extra point here in the first half. Fielded about a yard deep.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Here's Johnson. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs, and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Stafford. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. A loss of 3 on that 1st down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. They'll try the air now with Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Danielle Hunter, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there, 1st down Vikings. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
12 yards there. First down, Vikings.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space.
Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jared Davis.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
They begin the drive with Johnson. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Faking the give to Johnson. Now it's Stafford. This pass complete to Higgins. And mark him down all the way inside the Minnesota 10. A big play there just before halftime. 62 yards.
Alert! You got tight right there. Alert!
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Second down and goal. Stafford with a catch made by Johnson. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Check, watch it before. Rerun! Check back. He's checking. Crash. Hey, watch.
Now Stafford on 3rd and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. From 4 yards out. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Prater for the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well.
Greystone travel.
At the 47-yard line.
Check.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Here we go. H3, 2, 18. Chopper.
They'll throw now on the final play. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Let's go.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
They'll run on first down. Cook. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Back to throw here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
On play action, they'll throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he will find his man on the outside. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. On first down, it's Cook. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A 22-yard touchdown grab. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within one score. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that'll cut the lead to 21-17. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails, because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaquille Barrett. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. Now it's Stafford. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Galladay. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Stafford. Open man is Higgins. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Now, that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit, because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Vikings' 33-yard line.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
10. He's coming. Double up. 0.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Hey, Foxtrot.
On 2nd down and 4. Stafford. Johnson's got it complete. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 12-yard line. Quite the turnaround from a week ago where he threw 4 interceptions. He hasn't had an interception this game, and he told us during the week, my goal, goose egg. He's achieving that so far.
And what we're seeing is a guy that you can win with, right? Because anyone who can make that type of an adjustment to shake off a really horrendous week the week before and come back and play mistake-free football to this point, yeah, that's a guy I want to play with, that's for sure.
Stafford gives to Johnson on the draw. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Set. 20. Alert.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. On the move to his left. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
But there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go, and that will extend their lead even further. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a two-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
Let's get off the field. Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike 51. Check. Go. Mike 51. Mike 51. Let's go.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Airing it out deep for Smith. And that is incomplete. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And now the football's going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line.
Lady!
Check 52's the mark.
Easy alert! Hey, Red!
Jim. Sponge.
Stafford on 1st down. Rolling to his left. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Stafford back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. T.J. Hockenson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. They had the lead in the 4th, but still passing. Finding the big target for the touchdown. Now that lead grows even more.
Everybody gets to join in the fun. You know, it doesn't have to just be the wide receivers catching touchdown passes. The tight end doesn't just have to do just the dirty work inside. He gets a chance to get into the end zone as well.
And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 31 yards there and a 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on fourth. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. That's to his running back, complete. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. The Vikings unable to convert here on fourth. And the Lions will take over. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. Making the stop there, Danielle Hunter. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The Lions on third down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This is 3rd and 7. Stafford now to throw. And the pressure gets to him and brings it down. Stafford is sacked. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. Lions go for it on fourth. It's Stafford. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Here's a first down throw that's complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it out. We've got them now.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Stafford looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Galladay's got it, and the Lions have a touchdown. Kenny Galladay, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Extra point good by Prater. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. 2nd and 3. And Diggs has it. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. Bullock good on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to 18. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and maybe more importantly, a victory in the division, which always helps.
And on the road. How about all of that rolled up into one? Because how often do you see division games get decided by this much of a margin?
Most they thumped them.
Yeah, they jumped all over them. And a division game is usually a touchdown or less because these two teams know each other better than most teams in the league. In this case, that didn't hold up. On the road, big margin, big victory.